Hi, I will talk about the salary structure in IT, data science, data engineering, such fields in Europe, how much money you can expect to earn in these countries. So, if you are working already in this country, I'm sure you know a bit about it. So, this information might be of use to you. But if you are not working in these countries and you want to come from other countries, you want to work in Europe or in the UK, and you are planning to come over here to work in the IT industry or in the financial service industry or consulting, then you must know the salary structure over here. And uh, and that's very important information to know, because only then you will be able to bargain with the potential employer very well. Otherwise, you'll not be able to bargain your salary properly, right? Well, there are a lot of information out there on the public platforms. For example, on Glassdoor, on LinkedIn, you can find plenty of information about salary structure at different grades. But in my view, in some it's either overstated or understated. You'll never get an accurate picture of the salary structure just by looking at the salary range given in Glassdoor, and it depends on a lot of other things also. For example, the skill set, the city you will be working in, and various. For example, the sector also, right? Some sectors pay more than the others. So it's good to actually talk to someone who is already working in this country to know actually the different aspects of a salary structure in these countries. If you're coming from countries like India, for example, you will see a very very stark difference in the salary structure compared to that in the India. In India, for the same kind of job, two people will be getting completely different salary. Right? Someone may be getting, let's say, X amount of salary for doing the same work. The other person in the same company would be getting something like 2x salary. Okay, that happens in India. That does not happen in European countries. In European countries, you will not find that level of variation in the salary for the same level of skill set within a company, but even across different companies you won't find a lot of difference. Okay, so that's actually a good thing. If you're coming from India, or you're coming from Africa to Europe, you will find that you will find that it's much better actually in that sense, because the variation in the salary is not that huge. But there are few things to keep in mind. I'll be talking only about the Western European countries, for example, Germany, France, Netherlands, Belgium, and although also UK. Right? I know that the salary structure is very different in the Eastern European countries, so you cannot expect the same level of salary in those countries, but you can expect to get similar salary in UK, Germany, Netherlands, and France. And I'll be talking mostly on technology, data science, data engineering, those jobs. So let me tell you that as a fresher, you can expect something like 25,000 euro to somewhere around 40,000 euro as a fresher, fresh out of university. Somebody having no experience, you can expect to earn something like 25k to 40k. With couple of years of experience, you can expect to earn something like 35 to around 60k. The growth in this country, especially for technical jobs, is actually huge, because there are not many technical people available to meet the demand in the industry. So if you're doing well, you will be making more. But most of the people actually who come from abroad to work over here are experienced people. I've rarely met anyone who is a fresh out of university, and he has emigrated to a European country to work over here. That I've rarely come across anyone. Most of the people I've come across are the experienced people, and experienced people can expect to earn at the very least 60K, even 50K in some instances, but 60K. In some countries, you have a minimum salary structure for the given level. So the company cannot pay you below that level. So every time you get an offer from a from a foreign country, just check the minimum salary level at that pay grade. You can check that on the government's website. It is available. You can check that. So that will give you an idea about what will be your minimum salary. And then there are other factors to take into account while negotiating. So if you are about 5 to 6 years or 5 to 8 years of experience, you are a mid-career software professional, you can expect anywhere between 60 to 80K. 80K euro, by the way, right? If you convert that into pound, that will be in the UK. But it also depends on which location. For example, in the UK, you can expect more salary in London compared to other UK cities in the UK. You can expect at least 20% more in London compared to, say, in other cities such as Birmingham or Manchester, such places. Okay, so yeah, so that's about 5 to 8 years of experience. And then you have 8 plus experience. That means you are a senior software professional. You can expect to earn somewhere around 80 to 120K, in that range. There's a steep increase actually in the salary as you go from a junior level to the senior level here. It could go from 40K for a junior level professional to 100K for a senior level professional. So 100K on average, let me tell you, but it could be between 80 to 120. But there are few people also who make a bit more than 120. And people with 15 years plus experience, they can expect executive level positions with salary above 120K. But let me also tell you that I have also very rarely come across people who have been hired from a foreign country for executive level positions. So maybe there are, but I have not come across many. So either you will be hired as a mid-career professional, mid-software developer or mid-level data scientist, or a senior level software developer, senior data scientist. And you can expect for a mid-career between 60 to 80 in that range, or a senior professional from 80 to 120. It depends also on the sector. For example, in the banking and financial service sector, you can expect a bit more salary, about 10 to 20% higher salary compared to, say, non-banking financial companies. For example, say in an e-commerce company or a retail company, that kind of a company. Some consulting firms also pay well, especially at the senior level. For example, if you're coming to work for big 4 companies, you can expect a good salary, especially at the manager and senior manager level, but not that great salary if you're coming as a consultant or senior consultant, that kind of less experienced level positions. It also depends on the city. If you'll be working in big cities such as Paris or Amsterdam, Frankfurt or London, then you will be getting more salary compared to, let's say, the other cities in a country because of the cost of living. So that's quite obvious. It depends on the skill sets and other things, but let me also tell you that it doesn't matter that much compared to, say, in India. For example, in India, a software tester may be getting something like 10 lakhs. Lakhs is something that is the Indian word we are using. And a software developer may be making something like 30 or 35 lakhs. So that is a factor of 3, right? But that's not the case in Europe. That difference will be something like maybe 20-30% difference, not like a 300% difference. So it does matter. I mean, it does matter that what kind of skills you have, but after a point there is a glass ceiling here. So the variation is much less. Another important thing is that in Europe, it does not matter which college you went to, compared to, say, in India, where if you are from IIT or IIM or other elite colleges, you tend to have higher salary, especially for freshers, the fresh people. Here in these countries, no, that's not the case. Doesn't matter whether you're coming from a high rank university or a low rank university, uh, you will be getting exactly the same salary for doing the same job. All right, these are some of the things I wanted to share. If you have questions, please let me know.